Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope the world is sunny where you are. It's certainly sunny down here in San Diego, which is lovely because usually in May it can be very grey. So anyway, today we're going to talk about feelings. I'm actually reading a book about feelings, a book that's relatively old actually, because I think it's turn of the century. It's called, what's it called? It's bright green. It's got a picture of a bird sitting on a branch on it, and it's called something like, "Excuse me, your life is waiting. Excuse me, your life is waiting." And at some point, possibly when it first came out, everyone was talking about it. And then other books come out and they get trendy and books get forgotten about. And I'd forgotten about it and I'm rereading it. And it's very interesting because we act on our feelings way more than we think. And everything that we create in our lives is based on our feelings. So there are two aspects to that. And the book talks about how all you have to do is flow strong feelings in a direction, and that will create what you want to have, or what you're focusing on, not what you want to have. And I also want to talk about feelings as in when you feel like doing something and don't feel like doing something. So let's look at the book first. Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting. Forgotten who wrote it. It's a very chatty, friendly book, so it's very easy to read, and it's broken down into small sections, so you can just read a little bit and then go off and think about it. When you have a feeling about something, you're transmitting a wavelength out into the universe, which acts like a magnet and brings back to you things on the same wavelength. Now, that's where prayer actually originated, I believe. It was the idea to focus with intention on what you want in life so that you're putting out those positive vibes into the universe, and then the universe or God will bring you back what it is that you're outflowing, right? So when you talk about you want your family to be healthy, you want there to be enough money around, you're sending out those waves. Now, my gorgeous producer has just sent me a message saying it's called Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting, and it's by Lynn Grabhorn. Lynn Grabhorn. Read it. It's easy. I picked it up in a secondhand shop or a charity shop or something a little while ago, and it's been lying around, and I blew the dust off it the other day and picked it up and decided to actually read it. And it's funny, you know, how things come into my life sometimes just at the right moment. So there we are talking about the energy that you're putting out. Now, there's a collective consciousness kind of an energy as well. That's very Celestine prophecy, but there's a lot of consciousness that you pick up from people in your environment, right? Your neighbors' thoughts, your, kids at school in groups together, the people you hang out with, you pick up on their energy as well. So sometimes in order to change the energy completely, you need to work hard. So if you're pulling things into your life, like lack of money or bad health or domestic trouble, arguments with other members of your family, that kind of stuff, that's because that's the vibration that you're living in, possibly because that's all around you, but you need to change your focus. And it's not just about your thoughts, because positive thinking is great, but if you've ever tried it, you might have another, like me, one of those frustrated people who realizes that positive thought isn't enough. What matters is the way that you feel about what you're thinking about. So I bought a new mouse. It's purple. I really like purple. So how do I feel about my mouse? I actually like my mouse, right? So I have a good vibration in relation to my mouse. I love my puppy. She's absolutely gorgeous. And even when she's being naughty, I still feel good about her because she's so cute. You can't not feel good about her. So she's actually pretty well behaved. I never thought of that before, but that's actually proof of this theory working. When I look at my bank account and there isn't enough in there to pay my bills, I get a bad feeling, right? That bad feeling creates more bad feelings about money, which brings me the bad situation, right? Even on a day when there might not be enough money to pay my bills, I need to look at that situation and go, hey, I've got enough money to contribute something to all of my bills. So everybody's going to be happy because they've got something, and that's going to generate happiness in relation to paying bills, which generates the income needed to pay the bills. Okay, don't underestimate the power of this, because it's a natural law, just like Newton's, where you throw the apple in the air and the apple comes down. You cannot do it any other way. Doesn't matter whether you understand it, doesn't matter whether you believe it. You know that there is no way around it. If you throw something up, it's going to come down. This is the same. It's a natural law. It doesn't matter if you don't believe it. It doesn't matter if you don't understand it, but that's the way that's the way the world operates. So if you feel like your life is, excuse me, shit right now, that's why. So in order to bring in the roses so everything smells fresh and looks beautiful, that's what you have to do. Change your feelings about things. It's actually easier to change the way you feel than it is to change the way you think, because you can still think that things are difficult and challenging, but as long as you're feeling that things are good and happy, you'll generate more of that. Apparently, it's like a magnet. So feel good and you get good back. Okay, right. Now, what happens when you have to do something on a day that you don't feel like it? Or never mind the day, what about that precise minute? What about the fact that you need to go out for a run and you decided you were going to go out at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever it is, and come that time, you're tired. You don't feel like it. Or what about if you wanted to, you've been in conversation with somebody, they're close to closing, but you're not quite sure. You've got them on your list to call them today, but something inside you makes you not want to do that and you don't feel like it, right? What do you do then? What's the answer? Well, there are two things I would say. One of them is just do it. Just like Nike, just do it. Why do you think Nike is so incredibly successful? Because everyone likes making check marks, and just do it is the easiest system, the easiest policy to have in place. So when you don't feel like doing it, just do it. Don't have a conversation with yourself about how you could feel better about doing it, because that will come when you do it, because it does. And I'm sure you can think of 100 times where you've not wanted to do something and then you've just gone and done it. And afterwards you've thought, hey, actually, that wasn't so bad. I feel good now. Even if it didn't go the way you wanted to, even if the client said, you know, I'm still not ready, or no, this is not the right time for me. The fact that you did something made you feel better. And that is a turnaround that then makes you feel better about the next thing, which makes you feel better about the next thing, right? It's like throwing hundreds of apples up, right? You have taken a step. So that's the first thing to do. When you're not in the mood to do something, never mind how you feel, just do it. And actually you'll feel better. Test it. I dare you. Try it out. Get back to me. Let me know how it went. Put a message in Facebook. Send me an email, andrea@myhomebiz.tips. Go to the website, myhomebiz.tips. Put a comment somewhere. There are lots of different ways to reach out. Let me know how it goes. There's another thing too. The other thing would be to increase the vibration that you're feeling. Okay, so we put a vibration level on low vibration is feeling bad, and gradually as you feel better, the vibrations go up until, just like a high-pitched tuning fork, you are humming. In fact, that's an expression, isn't it? To be humming. Well, that's a high vibration, right? So think about something that you do that gets you into a high vibration. You'll find mostly that it's got to do with physical movement. And I've talked about this before, and I'm sorry it keeps coming up, but eventually it'll sink in, and then you'll see how it actually does work. So put on your favorite song and dance, or run up and down stairs, or sing, or just do some jumping jacks, or, wiggle your body around or something. Move. That will increase your vibration, and then it'll be easier to do whatever it is that you were avoiding. So what do? If you don't feel like it, you say to yourself, okay, I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I guarantee you absolutely and completely that the people who make it in this world are the people who do it even if they don't feel like it. And at the moment, it seems as though the whole teaching that our children are receiving, that is going out into the universe, that is spread by the media, is to not do things. If you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. Or if you don't feel like going to school, don't go to school. That is so backwards and wrong and twisted, I can't tell you. If you don't feel like it, do it, or do something that will make you feel like it. Move your body until you feel like it. Don't allow yourself to sit in your comfort zone, because that's basically where you are when you say, meh, I don't feel like it. It's like, it's too much effort. I have to step outside my comfort zone, and I don't want to do that. Because strangely enough, and this really is weird, this one, it's comfortable to be in a bad place. Some people are more comfortable being in a really bad place than stepping out of their comfort zone to put themselves in a good place. I know, it sounds absolutely nuts, doesn't it? But that's that feeling thing again. That's picking up the vibrations around you and feeling comfortable, because everybody else is in that place too. Everybody else is having a bad time. So it's okay to have a bad time. And in order to have a good time, I'm going to have to do something that I don't feel like. So I'm just going to sit here, and time will pass and nothing will change. Do you want time to pass without change? It's a serious question. Do you? Yes or no? Because if you do, stop listening right now, because that's not where we're going. So, what is another way that you can make yourself feel better? That is surrounding yourself with people who are more uptone, upbeat, higher vibration, happier in life, doing things, getting stuff done, stepping outside their comfort zone. Because I bet you've heard before that that's where the magic happens. It's outside your comfort zone. And life is a test. Life is a test to see whether you're going to sit there in your comfort zone, in your shitty existence, if that's what you think it is, or whether you're going to step outside your comfort zone and make amazingly glorious things happen. Because nobody on this planet ever made anything glorious happen by remaining to sit inside their comfort zone. They got over their feelings. So get over your feelings, create feelings that are of a higher vibration, either by doing whatever it is that you don't feel like doing, or by making yourself feel like doing it by moving around, or doing something that makes you feel good, and go out and make some magic. Connect to people who are making magic happen. Connect to other people in our Facebook group, or find yourself an accountability partner or a coach who is uptone, who is going to help you get there. So you can call them and say, I don't feel like doing that, whatever it was. I don't feel like exercising and training for a marathon. I don't feel like calling that client. I don't feel like doing it. And they're going to say, just do it. Or jump around till you feel like doing it. They won't let you sit in your comfort zone. Surround yourself by people whose higher vibration you can absorb and then reflect back. So you're helping each other, who will help you step out of your comfort zone into the place where the magic happens. So you can make magic happen in your life. And then you can spread that magic to other people and help them, because ultimately that's what we're here for. We're here to help other people get a better deal out of their life than they have right now. Okay, so you owe it to the rest of the planet, never mind just your family, your children, to set a good example, to be the one who builds their vibration higher, who brings good things into their life and shares that with other people. Okay, so what do you do if you don't feel like it? 1, do it. Or 2, do something like move around that will make you feel like it. And if that doesn't work, just do it anyway, because doing it will make you feel better. First of all, because you're actually doing something. And then second, and I've talked about this before, because it feels good to do things that you know you should be doing. Because the worst thing in the world is to feel guilty. Not a great word, but it's an understood word, so I'm using it, about not having done something. Because you do feel bad when you don't do things. And that makes you feel bad. And then the next thing comes along and you think, well, I just don't feel good about that. I don't feel good. I'm not going to do it. Don't fall into that trap. Please don't fall into that trap. So connect with us, because we're doing stuff. We're making things happen. We are changing the world. We are putting a little bit of magic out there every day. Stay connected to us. Connect with other people. Find communities, groups, people to talk to. You can always connect with me. You can email me, andrea@myhomebiz.tips. You can send a message through the website. You can connect in Facebook, in the Facebook group. You can find me on Facebook. You can private message me. You can message me in the group. You can message other people in the group. Let's support each other in our Facebook group. There you go, facebook.com groups, gain and retain clients, because all this activity helps you build your business. You're happy and excited about amazing clients. What's going to happen? You're going to get lots more amazing clients. It really is that simple. According to Lynn Grabhorn and her book, Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting. And Lynn Grabhorn didn't have an amazing idea and decide to go out and write a book. She researched the subject for a long time. She experimented with it and found that the technology, the ideas that she was learning were working. So she decided to write about them in a way that lots of people could understand really easily. So there you are, a short one for today, but I have nothing more to say on the subject. I would enjoy some feedback. It doesn't have to be right this minute, but I would really like to know how you're getting on. Again, it's that group thing. It's that supporting everyone in the group. So do that. Support us. We'll support you. And find somebody who will help you get out of that bad feeling. Because that's not going to make you happy. That's just going to keep perpetuating itself. So do something now, jump, or just do a jumping jack or wave your arms around or dance to the music, our outro music. And I will see you here again next Tuesday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.